All right, we are back for episode 140 of Digital Divination.
Yes, and I am Ron Lundeen. I am an employee of Wizards of the Coast, and the opinions I express here are mine and not theirs.
Oh, just that little hitch. Just got that little hitch.
I know. Other than that, I did great.
Yeah, came right in.
All right. Well, Jason, I'm glad you're feeling better. We missed you last
Thank
time.
you. I know. I bet neither of you talked about Warframe.
No,
No, you're
you were
correct.
right.
Right? Amazing.
I just saw that today. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know what that means precisely for the game because I never did any Warframe stuff.
I played Warframe for a couple months, maybe
Yeah.
if that, because it's free to play. So I tried it
Yeah.
out. It was one of it's pretty a pretty cool multiplayer shooter kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it was just like a lot of stuff happening, and I just like I don't know about all of these numbers and all of the gear that I need to make to do stuff.
Right.
It was too deep for me at the time, and I haven't gone back to it. But it's pretty interesting that this is out of nowhere collab
Yeah.
between Warframe and Starfinder is going to happen.
Wait. What? I mean, for our listeners who may not know, and for Ron Lundeen who does not know, what about? I mean, I remember Warframe is one of those games where it looks like you're landing a shuttle for NASA because there's so much sort of stuff
Yeah,
that
it's
you have to keep track
yeah,
of. But that's other than that being maybe not always my jam. But hasn't Warframe been out for a while?
yeah, it
Yeah.
is, yeah.
Yeah.
And
What's the news then?
there's like we're doing a crossover thing. We're doing an adventure basically set in the
Okay.
set in the Warframe universe, but with Starfinder second edition rules. Woo!
So
Yeah,
That'll be fantastic.
yeah, I
it's wild that we're getting just this is kind of because it's got people like going, "What's Starfinder?" Hey, people who play Warframe hearing this and going, "Oh, this sounds cool. What's Starfinder? What the heck is Starfinder? What the heck is Starfinder?" And so this is going to be, and I think the site crashed because of the announcement at one point.
Wow,
So a
okay.
lot of people logging in to see
yeah.
what Starfinder is all about, and hopefully picking up the book come next week ish.
Yeah, I just
That's really
kind of
cool.
mechanically, I mean, basically, if you're taking the Starfighter Second Edition rule set, equipment, and everything, and then basically putting it into a video game for people to play, right?
I think it's the other way
Or is
around.
it the other way around? That's what I don't know then.
I think
You
it's
role
an
play
adventure. Yeah.
you role play types of events, characters, places, etc.
Oh,
from the video
from
game.
roll. Okay. See, that's what I didn't know
From
Is
what
which
that
way it
right?
was going. So is that the way it's going?
it seems to me like it is an adventure
Okay. Okay. Yeah,
set
I
in the Warframe
think
universe using the starters.
I think we might learn more about that in the near future. We'll talk about that later.
Sure, yeah. I mean,
So,
it's just been basically sort of the name has been announced and
yeah,
who's working on it and who did the art and stuff like that. But I mean, if you were wondering why
the website.
some of the
Yeah.
Starfighter team did a Warframe stream the other week, now you know.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that is an exciting bit of news here ahead of the release in less than 2 weeks of Starfighter Second Edition.
Yeah. It's going to be a week from when this podcast comes out, right? Like,
Yes,
basically.
yes.
Okay.
This
Yeah, okay.
podcast comes out on Thursday, and the following Thursday is the official release.
Thursday the 24th of July.
That's
July.
when we release this.
And
If you're listening to it now, it's now. That's
that's
the
correct.
date, yeah,
Look at your phone and it will tell you the time and the date,
that
and
you're
that is
listening to
when
it.
you're listening to it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. And then a week from now is when Starfinder gets released to Gen Con officially.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I get confused because we're early. Okay. All right. Great. Speaking of
I
Gen Con,
Speaking of Gen
we're all
Con,
going to Gen
see,
Con.
yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah,
smooth.
we're all going to
Nice.
Gen Con. So I thought, because I don't know what you guys are doing specifically, you probably know what I'm doing. I thought we could each share what we're doing at Gen Con and then each share maybe a couple things we're looking to do in addition to what we're scheduled already to do. That makes sense. And Ron, you might not even
Yeah,
have a
Yes.
schedule. I don't know. So
I got a little bit of
All right.
schedule.
Okay.
So,
John, you want to go first? What are you doing,
what am I
John?
doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
John.
So mine is interesting only a little bit because it's so I'm doing organized play. I've done Starfighter organized play for 7 years, and so I'm going for the release of Starfighter Second Edition. And one of the things that's interesting is they've changed the scenarios now to their 2 to 3 hours rather than five
Oh
to
yeah.
6 hours, right? So I am
Mhm.
running two scenarios at Gen Con. One is um, 1-00 uh, Collision's Wake. That is a special that is introducing basically Starfinder to everybody on Thursday night. So it's a big special for that. So I'm really excited.
Collisions Wake, huh? Who
That
wrote
was
that?
written by me, and
There we
I've
go.
heard there's been a special request from a group of people to all sit at my table together.
Oh.
And it's
Awesome.
kind of they're honoring kind of like some things if it's all groups that want to do this. Mine happens to be with a bunch of people I know who are also writers.
Great.
So it's going to be kind of
No.
a fun
Cool.
Great.
time. So I'm kind of looking, it's like, oh, you guys, I'm now I'm worried about it. If it's a bunch of people I don't know, however it turns out, they said, oh no, we'll have a great time. It'll be fun. And I think it will be fun. So that's one thing I'm doing. I'm running one of those, and the special is a double length. So it's the same length as all the old school scenario. So it's going to be 5-ish hours. The other one I'm running is the 1-01, kind of the first official of the season, first official scenario, Invasion's Edge, and I'm running it 10 times. So,
Oh my
yes.
Ooh,
goodness.
boy.
So, my schedule basically is I'm running it 2 times Thursday morning, 2 times Thursday afternoon. Then I'm running my special Thursday night. Friday morning, I'm
Mhm.
off. Friday
Good.
afternoon, I'm running the special, the Invasions uh, Edge 2 more times. Friday evening, I'm off. Saturday morning, I'm running it 2 more times. Saturday afternoon, I'm off from doing this. Uh, but I have something else. Saturday evening, I'm actually working um, the HQ for organized play because the Pathfinder special is going multi table special is being run,
Ah.
and because
Cool.
I wasn't going to play that, I'm going to go ahead and help run the HQ that so all the other people that want to play can play it. And then I'm
Mhm.
running Invasion's Edge 2 more times Sunday morning. So that's kind of my
Hmm.
And then Sunday night, dreaming of Invasion's Edge, a
probably
never-ending Invasion's
the
Edge.
most I've ever run a scenario at a convention. I ran one 7 times before. And after the first couple times, it gets to be a lot of fun because you're just playing, it's going to be fun for all the players and stuff like that. So I don't know how this is going to go, especially with the shorter ones, right? Because I imagine the first couple are going
Yeah.
to go kind of longer. Then I'm going to know how to really tighten things up and make it.
You'll be just
Yeah.
zippy.
So I think
Yep.
it's going to be great. And I'm coming in really early Wednesday morning, so I have all day Wednesday off um, to check out stuff and do any final preps. Thursday is a heavy day for me. Then every other day, I really just have kind of one block of running things. So, trying
Cool.
to make it easier because what I really want to do is kind of socialize people with people, and we'll talk more about that. Now, that's my organized play stuff. I have one more thing. I'm running a seminar for an hour Saturday afternoon at 3 p.m. It's in Haymarket A in the Crown Plaza, if anybody cares. The official title for this is Lessons Learned How to Get Started in the Tabletop RPG Industry. And my short description for this seminar is hear insights from 100 interviews with tabletop RPG industry professionals, founders, designers, developers, artists, editors, and freelancers. Each shares how they got started and advice for starting now. and I list all the companies, like a dozen companies, people I've interviewed and stuff. Anyway, I thought I'll do this. This will be kind of fun. This actually will count for my academic vita to have be presenting a seminar at the gaming convention. So I thought, why not? Um, it is sold out. So
Wow,
Ron, if you did not get
nice.
tickets, you can't come heckle me.
I did not, and while you were talking, I was clicking open my Gen Con events in order to look for it, and I found it, and it has the big
Yeah.
sold out banner
If
over it.
if you want to come, I will give you a special kind of backstage seat. How's that?
Oh, that'd be great. Oh, that would make me feel very VIP.
And then I'll have to point to
You
you.
gotta just look at the back of John's head the whole
Yeah,
time.
yes. Yeah,
That's all right. Well, we do these things, John. I spend my time looking at the front of your head, so that'll
there
be
you
new for
go.
me.
There you go. Now the interesting thing is I just emailed them. I didn't realize there's gonna be so many people. I mean, that's a pretty packed room. I don't know if they provide a projector or anything. Um, if I want to show data to folks, right? Because I have lots of information. So
Right,
I'm
yeah.
actually looking to buy a portable projector just for that if needed. Um, because really I want to show a lot, there's a lot of interesting stuff. And if I just sit there and talk the whole time, it's kind of boring. I don't want to do that. So now I got to think of
Mm.
something exciting.
I mean, what I mean, your career is as a professor where you get up and talk the whole time. That
No, but I don't just talk the whole time. I do other things to get people engaged. And so
okay.
now I'm going from, oh, I'll have 15 people there, we'll sit around the table and I'll pass out pieces of paper to, oh, now I need to full blown work this like I would any other conference presentation to make it interesting. I got to make it worth the price of admission, which is zero. So we'll see. Anyway, so that is my formal schedule. And then I'm staying the night Sunday and leaving Monday. And I'm going to go visit a friend in
Yeah.
Dayton, Ohio. It's Dan Ryan. He actually came to one of our games years ago for Trepid Heroes. Um, yeah, he came
Fun.
to visit. Anyway, that is what I'm doing. Jason, do you have a formal schedule?
I have a formal schedule. First of all, am going to New Jersey before the weekend before just to see family. And I might go get some Ocean City pizza. And while I'm there, and then I fly in Tuesday at some point, evening ish. Wednesday, setup. Yeah, booth setup all day. Um, but Thursday morning, I will see you in Sagamore because I'm working the Sagamore booth,
Oh,
Paizo's
fun.
Sagamore booth Thursday morning. And then I'll be working the booth on and off. I'll be doing press and stuff like that
Is
for
that
the next couple
the
days.
booth with the like the satellite
Yeah,
sales?
yeah.
Okay. Excellent.
Gonna be interesting because that'll be right at the opening of the con. And I have all the times I've worked at con, I've worked at the Paizo booth there and just sort of watched everyone sort of stream into the main hall. I'm gonna be curious to see how people stream in or not up at the Sagamore booth. But well, there we'll have Starfighter Second Edition, we'll have Battle Cry, and all the other
Battle
stuff.
cry.
So come get that. Like I said, then I'm on and off breaks and whatnot. I think there's a time when I just have expo. I get to go up and down the floor, which we'll talk about. And I'm doing 2 panels. Saturday at 4 p.m. Yes.
Oh, right after mine. So
Doing
you can go to mine
no,
then.
sorry. Saturday, sorry, no bad, no, my bad. I'm gonna be doing press Saturday at 6 p.m. That's why I
Oh,
couldn't find it.
okay.
Um, it's at 6 p.m. and I'm not 100% sure which. I think that's the Battle Cry Hellfire Crisis panel. Yes.
Oh,
I'm doing that. I'm doing my panels right at the end of the day for some weird reason, and I'm doing a Sunday panel right at the end of the day as well. Those will I don't know where those end up being, honestly. I'm trying to find that now. It doesn't.
you go to the
Where does it say
Gen Con
this?
site when you click on schedule. It doesn't.
Oh, location ICC 245. Whatever that is.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, room 245 in the convention center, I guess. And I think that's where all of our
Available tickets 109.
yes,
I can get into
It's a
this
big
one.
room.
you can come in and
Yeah.
get this one. Why is it such a big room? And then let me check to see what the one is on Sunday. Uh, okay. We'll turn the start time off. I'm filtering the thing as we speak. Real profesh here. Uh, okay. It is a Sunday panel, and again, it's the end of the day. Yeah, it's 3 p.m. Like
Wow.
real end of the day. Yeah. And although I think that's wrong because I think the panels are at 1 p.m. Yeah, I'll have to check this out. The panels don't go into there's no panels at 3 p.m. apparently, according to the Gen Con website. But there's a panel at 1 p.m. that's about making monsters. It is in the same 244 right next door. I think I'm in that one. I'm not 100% sure now. Uh, and that's just about making monsters, which I love talking. I love that panel because it's just fun. We just sort of make a monster as we go and get
Oh yeah.
feedback from just sort of get audience participation. Um, then boost tear down and all that. And I leave Monday, I think. Yeah.
Cool.
I might be able to slip into your first panel after I'm done looking at the back of John's head. I will come over to that first panel you mentioned. I will not be
Cool.
able to make the Sunday panel because I'm flying out midday Sunday to
Okay.
make sure
Sure.
that I'm back
Well,
for
I
Monday.
may not be in that panel. I don't 100% know. So
I mean, now I feel bad because I would go, and if I didn't see you, I would insist to everyone that I was Jason Keeley and pretend to be you all the way
I
through the
think
thing.
my
Just like,
coworkers who will also be in the panel will know the difference between you and me, Ron, and I think they'll know who you
but the
are.
but the audience may not
But
know.
they're not going to let you sit up there and pretend to be me. Whoever else is in that panel with me.
I got to talk to them ahead of time, maybe.
Okay, fair enough. Maybe they would.
All right.
Uh,
And is that the
yeah.
extent of
Maybe I
your
just go. Maybe I'll just have my lunch break.
Oh, when's your
Yeah. I
lunch
mean, I'll
break?
be doing. I mean, what day?
Oh,
We're talking because it's all over the place
yeah.
basically.
Aw.
We'll figure it out, but I'll definitely we'll try to find a time where the three of us can have lunch or
In
dinner or
person.
something.
I know we haven't all met in person for a
I
long
know.
time.
That would be nice.
I only just saw you a couple months
Yeah,
ago,
I know.
John.
I know. But Ron is
But
Mm,
I haven't
I
seen
haven't seen
you.
Ron in forever and a day.
Of the 3 of us, my schedule is the most flexible because it's the most light.
Hmm.
I have only a couple of games. I'm getting in Wednesday, like you, John. On Thursday early morning and Thursday late afternoon, I am playing in 2 different Torg Eternity events. I
Ooh,
love that
yeah.
game. I got into 2 different Torg Eternity events. On Friday afternoon, I'm in something that's a Dark Sun Arena tournament qualifier round. So I think that's like competitive,
Wow.
like Dark Sun D&D play. And if you win, you advance. It's the only thing I have for that day. I'm doing it with a friend of mine who insisted that I keep my schedule clear in case we win and can advance. I'm like, yep, you, you got it. So you may see me up in the Sagamore ballroom getting a pickup of Starfighter Pathfinder Second Edition game as soon as that one's over. If we do not advance,
Oh, fun, fun. But you could end
um,
up on the big stage,
and then
with the finals too. You never know.
I don't know, man. Who knows, right? I know a little thing about
I
Dungeons and
know.
Dragons, and that opinion is mine and not Wizards.
Yes.
And then I got into a horror game Saturday morning, um, which I'll be coming fresh out of in order to go see your panels if I'm able to slip into
Fun.
those. Um, but there's also a couple of I want to make sure a couple of things. First, I'm going with my friend Mike, who I've known since high school. I did a lot of Gen Con with him last year, as much as I could because I was working um, uh, for Wizards doing some secret playtest stuff, which now is a little less secret because we've announced our starter box.
Hmm.
Um, but we were doing some playtesting of that, which was a lot of fun last year. This year, Wizards isn't sending me. As I said, I'm going as a civilian. But I hung out a lot as much as I could with my friend Mike last year, and I'm hanging out with Mike a lot this year. I really want to go see him go play. There's a Warhammer. He's big into Warhammer 40k. We were both very big into it until I moved away. did a little less of it since, but he stayed in it. And he's in a Warhammer 40K like competitive event that I want to go see just to like see what the Warhammer 40K competitive scene is like
Mm.
now. I haven't been to a competition since I was in Chicago 8 years ago. But I do kind of want to see what that competitive scene is like. And having a friend in it makes it more I'm a little more invested
Oh, sure.
in seeing how that goes. And then other friends that I haven't seen in a while. I know I'm going to run into my friend Sebastian. We've already talked about getting together. I hope to again see my friend Christian, who I bumped into last year as well. It's and then any number of the Paizo folks. Now I know, Jason, to come look for you up at the Sagamore booth rather than down at the exhibit hall
Just Thursday morning.
just Thursday morning.
All the rest of the
I
time,
shall
I'm
be
in the other booth, in the regular booth.
okay. I shall be torging on Thursday morning, so
Come
I'll
find me
have
in the
to
regular
catch you
booth.
at the
Yeah.
booth
Yeah.
another time.
Well, Ron has kind of
Now,
done his segue into his informal stuff now.
well, hold on. I think I have an idea. I just want to get this. We're gonna make this plan right here live.
Okay.
John, your thing is
Okay.
Saturday at 1 p.m., right?
No, it's not
Your seminar.
No, Saturday at 3
p.m.
p.m.
Yeah.
Said.
Oh, 3 p.m. Well, maybe no, but then you're coming for that. Okay, forget it. Never mind.
Great, John, you wrecked it.
No, I got
I'm
confused.
available from 1 till 3, though.
Okay,
Does that help?
Ron, what about you? When is your thing
I'm
over
only
Saturday?
I'm only available 2 to 3 because
That's
I
what
will
well,
be spending
Okay, perfect.
at 2 o'clock. I will be out of my horror game, shaking with fear and needing the recovery that hanging out with good friends
All
can
right,
Yeah.
provide.
2 o'clock Saturday. We're having lunch.
Okay.
Let's do it.
I
That'd be
can't be
great.
late for my thing. Now, what I might do is bring
won't
you
be.
both into my thing with me, though.
Yes, actually, that would be yeah. My break is until 4, right?
Because
No, 1 till 3. My break is until
you
3.
can't
Then I gotta
go.
go.
You can't go in then.
But
2.
he
No,
could do
sorry.
lunch.
My
Yeah,
That's
break
the
is
so we'll
important
do
thing.
lunch.
no, sorry. My break is from 2 to 4. I can come to your thing, and then but I will need to leave. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Flip out
Yeah,
to make sure you're
because
back
Zip out,
by
make sure
4.
I'm
because the
by 4.
interesting thing is you are two of the people I've interviewed who have interesting stories.
I don't remember that.
John, you've interviewed more than 100
I know,
people.
but I will have 2 of 100 here to point to, and they're both game designers at companies. So the stories actually show that, I have proof I did this thing that I said I did. I don't know. I can work it in. I'm just
Sure.
working in people like
Yeah.
guest speakers. Come on. So
this is
Oh,
this is proof you did the thing. Like you're going to get up there and be like, I've interviewed more than 100 people, and you'll show clips, and the audience will fold their arms in unison and say, I think you're
well, I'm not
lying.
going to show clips. I'm
You're like,
going to give
no,
quotes.
honestly, here are 2 people. I'm not lying.
No,
You'll have the most skeptical audience at Gen
what I'm
Con.
actually going to do is I'm going to send people to my website or the podcast site, and then they can go and look at the interviews themselves and see them and listen to them if they really want to. I got all these fancy cards to hand out. Now I'm glad I got more than 60 because I got 60 people in there to give them to. So,
Yeah.
but okay, so that has become a formal plan. 2 to 3, the hour before my thing, which means I have to be all prepped well before that, so we can relax and have lunch and just kind of walk in and go.
I mean, obviously, yeah. If that's too
We'll have a
stressful,
lot of
never mind.
messy pasta
Yes.
with a lot of red sauce if you're wearing a white shirt.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually haven't. I'll probably wear a Hawaiian shirt for this. I have no idea what. It's a
Alright.
Gen Con seminar. It's not like a formal.
I mean, that'll make you hard to pick out at Gen Con, actually.
I
That's
know.
like
That's what I'm
Gen Con
saying.
camouflage with a Hawaiian shirt.
All right.
A beard like this one would make you impossible to spot.
Yeah. That's why I got to have something else. So, but speaking of something else, so Ron's kind of talked about some of the other things he's looking to do. Jason, so you have a work schedule. Do you have other things that you would
Yes.
like to accomplish other than having lunch with us? Do you have something
Yes.
else?
Probably a couple other lunches.
Yeah.
With some other industry people, or whoever. And then I don't know. I don't have any hard plans about doing anything during this time. I officially have like expo time scheduled, so I can go
Right.
out onto the floor and look at stuff. It's fortunately Saturday morning, so like one of the most crowded times. I'm sure. And I don't have hard plans on like what I want to go search out. I might, I might swing by the Modifius booth and just see what they got going on with stuff. And I think I'm going to try to look for and maybe pick up a game called Mythic Bastion Land, which I watched a review for and it looks bonkers. So I'm gonna go maybe get something to read, basically.
Cool.
You guys either of you go out of your way to watch the costume parade? That's been I've accidentally caught that a couple times, and it's really impressive
It's fun as
where they
hell.
just go through the hall.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I'm usually at the booth when that happens most of the time.
Yeah, I think I've only caught a piece of that because I'm running games, I think it happened, so
Yeah.
what do you know when it is?
I caught it last year. Oh, it winds through after the costume competition. I think it winds through the event center. I happened to catch it in one of the big gaming halls last year, and by good luck, I happened to be just like 15, 20 feet away from a family that had brought in a bunch of young kids, and the young kids were just captivated by seeing so many of these characters they know, and like watching them wave and the people in costume kind of wave back, and how much the kids just
Yeah.
loved it, right? That was, I mean, that was like the most heartwarming part of Gen Con last year.
Oh, that sounds like it would be fun, but I don't know when it is.
That's I'll find
Yeah,
out and be able to report to you. Now, um, if I'm hanging out with my friend Mike, I may invite him along to our lunch.
Sure.
Sometimes it can get a little exhausting for Mike. He met so many
right.
people that were like friends of mine in the industry last year that I remember we bumped into yet another one of my friends on Saturday. And as a friend was walking a little bit further ahead, Mike had to lean over. He's like, "Now, is this like an industry person I should know, or is this just like a regular person?" I'm like, "Mike, all of us industry people are regular people. Come on." But no, is not a person in the
Yeah,
industry. It's a friend of mine.
that's funny. Well, kinda like with, Jason alluded to, there are people that I haven't seen since I went to Gen Con before the pandemic. So, to get a chance to meet up with them. There's a couple people, we have a thread on, one of the freelance discords about who's going already. And I know some people have posted on other social media that they're going and whatnot. So, just kind of looking forward to catching up with folks. It's one of the reasons why I was trying to leave like some of my evenings free so that,
Hmm.
after things wind down, get a little food, hang out, relax, um, wherever. So that's kind of one of the things. And then I'm looking. I want to get to some of the booths for some of the games that are coming out. One in particular is the Cosmere booth. Um, so Brandon
Oh yeah. Are
Sanderson's.
they putting the book out
Yeah.
for at Gen
So
Con?
it's the PDF is being released this week, and I
Oh wow.
imagine the books are going to. They're not sending them out to the backers yet, but I think they're gonna have some at Gen Con, and so I really wanna get a kinda hands-on look at that, so that's one thing I'm trying to do. And there's a couple other
Yeah.
games that I'm interested in just to see how things are going and stuff like that. And I might try to find something new as well. So, I know, Green
Yeah.
Ronin just announced their Mutants and Mastermind 4th edition is coming out.
I was just
Yeah.
I was just literally thinking that, John, that
Okay.
I was gonna bring that up,
Mm.
that they're doing a playtest
Yeah.
now or soon. And that's I thought that was pretty
So
cool.
I like their
I
booth and
don't
see,
yeah, yeah,
see what they've
yeah, maybe a
done
swing
with
by then too. Yeah.
changes. Yeah, because I mean, really,
Yeah.
it was really, you know, like a 3.5 game for a long time. So I'm really curious
Yeah.
what they've changed, going forward. So
It was a heavily change like the last edition. I mean,
yeah,
he's still using a D20 and the stats are kind of the same, but it was like very much a just the way they do attacks and damage and
yeah.
stuff like that is just completely different, obviously.
So anyway, there's a couple other things. There's an Expanse game I backed that I'm thinking should have some stuff there as well. Um,
Hmm.
but that's meeting up with people and meeting new
Yeah.
people too. That's why I got a bunch of these cards to hand out. So see if anybody's looking for freelancers. I'll be um and to meet
There you go.
Paizo people that I only email online. But I
Well,
Uh,
if I mean, do you know if they're coming?
whichever ones
yeah,
are there. Yeah.
Okay.
that's the thing is some of them I know aren't going to be there. Like
Yeah.
Jessica Catalan, I've never met in person, and she told me she's not going. So kind of a bummer.
Hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see. There might be other people. There's this
Yeah.
Keeley guy,
Almost certainly. Every time I've been to Gen Con, dozens and dozens of times, I end up meeting a number of people that I don't expect to meet,
Yeah,
but it was a pleasure to meet. So that's the typical part of the Gen Con experience and one I'm really looking.
yeah, same. I mean, now that had I known you were going kind of solo earlier, I might not have volunteered to do so much and maybe try to get a room share with you instead. Because I was just trying to save money. That's why,
with,
oh,
with me, with Keeley,
with
with
whoever, with somebody,
who you talking
Yeah,
uh,
about?
I'm not going
Oh,
solo.
okay.
You're the one who's
no, with
basically
you,
went
Ron.
solo,
You're
buddy.
go-
When you went
that's right.
civilian.
I'm not going solo. I'm going with my
Well,
friend
I know,
Mike.
but I
Oh,
could
my.
have tried to beg
You'd be palling around with
some
me and
floor
Mike.
space.
We could all we could have
Yeah,
jumped in. Yeah.
but you know,
Although I am for the first time in a long time way out by the
right,
airport.
right.
So I got to be driving in and paying for parking. But I'm going to be carpooling with some people that are out there.
That's yeah,
So that should be cool.
that's good. Yeah, I'm picking up a car Monday to drive to
Hmm.
out of town. I don't know. But otherwise, yeah, I didn't want to have a car around there. So I don't envy the situation that you
Yeah.
have with that. So carpooling is
Yeah.
probably good.
Yeah. Ironically, I'm not using the airport to come in where I'm flying into Chicago,
Oh,
where I'm going to
yeah,
be meeting a couple people I know and then driving down to
yeah,
Indianapolis. When I lived in Chicago, that drive to Gen Con was something I did
yeah.
every year. Um, but the hotel I got is out at the airport so that when I leave on Sunday, I'll
Very
be right
convenient.
by where I need
Yeah.
to be.
What time do you arrive on Wednesday?
Man, that's a question I really ought to know. I think my flight lands in Chicago at like noon or 1 or something, and then it's a couple-hour drive and an hour time change.
Okay,
So, late
all right.
afternoon.
I will be well.
I can ping you when I
Yes.
get in if you're
Well, I
still.
was gonna say if it was early, I could bum a ride with you into into the from the airport. But
Not
my
early.
flight arrives at 5 a.m. and I'm going to
Oh.
be
Ooh.
Wait, arrives at 5 a.m., so you're leaving Seattle even earlier than
I'm
that?
taking a red eye. Um,
Yeah, you'd
Oh
have to.
boy.
yeah. Well, in part because otherwise, if I leave in the morning, I get way late afternoon, and I kind of want some
Yeah,
time
yeah,
to
yeah.
get
That's right.
settled
That's what I'm
in
which
before my busy day on Thursday. That's the main thing.
You're not gonna be able to check into any hotel at all for hours,
Well, I
right?
know.
Unless you got it for the night before
Yeah,
somehow.
and I'm not. I will hang out
Okay.
doing stuff. Otherwise, I will manage.
You could walk from the
that's
airport.
that's
Yeah,
okay though. Like walking the day before, walking Gen Con, seeing people set up and the excitement of the
yeah.
convention about to start is really electric. I love it.
And I suspect I'll run into people I know at that point too. And hopefully I can drop off my luggage at the bag room at the hotel ahead of time. Oftentimes
Oh, sure,
they'll
that'll
let you
be.
do that, right? Uh, but yeah, I'm sure they're so busy I can't check in till late. It is what it is.
I mean, by the time you get to the hotel, the person who was in your room beforehand will not even have checked out,
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
most likely.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine
Yeah.
if I hang out at the airport, I might go to the USO for a bit and sometimes just sleep there for a couple hours. So
I don't know,
Okay.
Jason. Maybe let me suggest that maybe you will be able to check in because so many of these Gen Con hotels aren't planning stuff back to back. There might not have been a Tuesday night stayover
It might not.
for
Yeah,
them to be ready to receive on Wednesday as hordes and hordes of people come in.
maybe.
Maybe you
but it's
can
still
check.
like
Uh,
1 o'clock, my 12 or 1. I mean, that would be uh, about as early as I can imagine I could. Though I will admit, I've one time come in at 10 and gotten into the hotel room.
Oh,
So it anyway, that's kind of
might
what my
happen.
schedule is looking. There will be other people going from the airport. I'll find somebody that looks like they're going to the convention. Say, hey, do you want to
Yep.
share an Uber? And they'll say, no, you look weird in that Hawaiian shirt.
Who are
And
you?
yeah. And I'll
Yeah.
give them a card and then
Like,
they'll
you look
know.
like a good guy. You're in a Hawaiian shirt.
Fair
Yeah.
enough.
All right. Okay. Well, that sounds like some fun stuff. And I will say that we're going to do something different for our next episode. And neither of you know 100%
Mhm.
what it is. We're going to record this early, but we have a special guest coming. It is the Starfinder creative director, Jenny Zarzabski. She's going to come
Woohoo.
and talk all about all the stuff that's being released and maybe even some additional stuff. I don't know, like super secret stuff, maybe,
Ooh, scoops.
maybe. I don't know.
That'll
Whatever
be
they're going
neat.
to do. And this episode will be posted a week early, but on the morning that Starfinder Second Edition gets released. So our next episode is going to come early for our listeners. And then because we're all busy after Gen Con, we're not going to post anything on a regular date. So it'll be a 3-week span for folks. So you'll
Yeah.
have to manage, but you'll get all kinds of scoop first thing in the morning when Starfinder Second Edition is released.
That'll be neat.
All the listeners are going to be too busy reading Starfinder Second Edition to listen to us
But they can listen
talk
as
about
they
it
read.
for
It's
for a
okay.
couple weeks.
I don't know.
Hey,
They can
how?
listen as they read. I don't know.
Can you do that? Can you listen to a podcast while you're reading something else?
I don't
can't do
know. Can
that.
you listen while you
I
drive?
I know people who cannot read without something going on in the background.
I mean,
That's
music, fine, but
Yeah.
like
Okay,
a
fine. Yeah.
podcast? Why don't you just
You
listen to
don't have
another
to
book
listen while
at
you're
the same
reading.
time?
That's okay.
double reading.
It's too much.
Audio book and a
Go
regular
on a
book.
drive and listen
No.
to the podcast.
Okay. All right. Well, until Gen Con, gentlemen, I'm John.
Yes.
And I'm Ron.
And I'm Jason, and this has been Digital Divination.